Hello, collective. Welcome to our Law of Attraction Oracle reading. I don't tell you what your future is. I show you what lessons you need to see now in order to create your future. Get back on the path to creating the future that you want. Whatever it is your situation is, there will be a message in here that you can use to get back on your path. Okay? That's too many. Whoa, we got them coming out everywhere here. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here so far. I want to stay in the camera here. I usually go with 9, so let's do a couple more. Apparently that one. And that one. Okay, put these cards down before I hurt somebody. All right, what do we got here? However you see yourself is how your enemy sees you. Okay? Just give me a second. Let me read some of these over. See if there's a coming together here. All right. So, first card that came out. Whoever you see yourself is how your enemy sees you. If you are feeling vulnerable, if you are self-talking, disrespectful things to yourself, I know a lot of people tend to beat themselves up when they make mistakes or whatever. But when you see yourself that way, that's the energy you're putting out. And then therefore, your enemies see you in that vulnerable state as well. And a lot of times that's when they decide, oh, this is the perfect time to go after so-and-so. Whether that is another person as your enemy, or whether that's spiritual enemies, demons, that are just waiting for that opportunity to step into your energy because you let your guard down, because you're self-talking these low vibe frequency things, okay? Being shameful on yourself or feeling guilt or whatever. Okay, those are all low vibe energies. And when you see yourself in those low vibe energies, so does your enemy, whether that is another person or whether that's a spiritual entity. They see it, they feel it, because they're vibrating at that low vibe themselves, because they're your enemy, right? So in your perspective, your enemy is a low vibe entity. It's not what you want. That's why they're your enemy. So when you see yourself as a low vibe, that's exactly when you light up to your enemy as a, ooh, open door. Now's your chance. Grab it. Okay? So start talking good to yourself. Start saying how powerful you are. Start recognizing with your words and with your feelings how powerful you are. Because when you see yourself as powerful, as someone in control of their own vibration and not allowing other people's situations or opinions or spiritual temptations or any of those things, you're strong enough to resist those. You're not letting that affect you. And when you hold yourself in that power, when you see yourself as that power, so does your enemy. Your enemy is not even going to waste their time attacking you if they already know the door is closed. They can see the their door, their chance to get to affect you. That door's closed. They're not even going to bother knocking. Why waste their time? They got other people to chase and that are much easier targets. Okay? So however you see yourself is how your enemy sees you. So how are you seeing yourself? Are you seeing yourself as vulnerable or powerful? I think power is probably a good one. A good self high vibe, holding yourself in your power is probably a good way to look at yourself, because that will protect you from your enemy. All right? Apologies without change is manipulation. All right? Somebody needs to hear this. Somebody's getting apologies over and over and over again, but not changing the way that they're doing. So they're just saying what you want to hear. If they're not changing, that's not an apology. That's a manipulation. Somebody needs to see that. Okay. Learn to ask better questions to get better answers. All right. So a lot of people, I'm going to just use a one that everyone will probably relate to, but from that, pay attention to what questions you're asking, because you'll get the answers to those questions. All right. For an example, a lot of people say, how could it get any worse than this? Well, by asking that, guess what happens? The universe delivers worse than this to show you how, because you asked, how can it get any worse than this? So think about your questions. From now on, try, how can it get any better than this? See where I'm going? The universe will show you how it can get better than this. So be careful what you're asking. A lot of times we just blurt out shit without even thinking about what we're saying, and roll our eyes and whatever, like, oh, how can it get any worse than this? Thinking you're like saying against it getting worse, but you're not. You are literally calling to the universe to show you something. So what do you want it to show you? How can it get better than this? How about that one instead? Look at all the questions you ask and think about how you can ask it in a better way. If you want better answers, if you want positive answers, if you want shown the way to your path, then those are the questions you need to be asking. Okay? Show me the way, instead of show me how it can be any worse than this. Because either way, you're asking the question. Ask better ones to get better answers. Okay? Pick 2 things as symbols the universe can use to communicate with you. If you're wondering, how do you know if you're on the right path or not on the right path, or you have something you need to make a decision on and you don't know, okay, pick 2 symbols, one as a yes and one as a no. Okay, I have more than that, but for first timers, just trying this out to see it works, pick 2 things. It could be anything. It could be a color. It could be a rock. It could be a bell. It could be anything. Something that when you see it or hear it, or something that reminds you of it. For an example, let's say it's a color. All right. One of the colors I use is pink. And I see that in multiple ways. It can be the artist pink. It can be Pink Floyd comes on there as one of my favorites. But it can be the color pink. It could be somebody saying it. It doesn't matter. It could be the name. However it shows up. It could be pink pigs, something or other. Like I don't know why I came up with pigs. Maybe that means something to somebody. But when you ask your questions or when you're wondering where to go to give you guidance, if you have, and you have to voice it, okay? Say it out loud. Say, okay, universe, from now on, use the symbol whatever as showing me the correct way, or yes. And then give it a minute, let it register, say it a few times. And then pick up your other item or show your other item. Use something in your hand or whatever, and then do the same thing. Okay, universe, from here on out, use this symbol, this picture, this color, this whatever it is, as a no. All right? Just like you would fool chat GPT and say, okay, use oranges as yeses and apples as no's or whatever. It's AI is copying OI. You are original intelligence. Original intelligence is teaching artificial intelligence. Okay? Use your original intelligence. Pick two symbols. And then when you have questions, ask the universe to answer and pay attention to your surroundings. You'll hear a song on the radio fairly quickly, or a truck will drive by with that word on it, or the license plate in the car ahead of you, or whatever it is. It will make an appearance fairly quickly. You want a quick one, you got to believe that the universe understands your communication and your request. And when you believe that, the communication comes quicker. Okay? Regularly ground your body, keep your energy flowing freely. Right? Lots of people don't do this. And it literally can be as simple as hugging a tree. But your best way, obviously, is take your shoes off, walk outside on the ground, bare feet. And that will help flow the energy through your body again. It goes out through your head, it comes in through your feet. So when you're wearing shoes, most of us, especially if you're in construction, you have like work boots that are all these anti-electrical conductive things so that you don't kill yourself, understandably. But when you wear boots or rubber boots or running shoes with the rubber soles and everything daily, in and out, and you take off your running shoes or your boots, and then you put on your slippers that also have a rubber sole, and you're walking around your house all day, you're not grounding. And it's very difficult to put out through the top of your head. Quickly here. Energy goes out the top, it comes in your feet. But if you block the flow by always having shoes on, it can't go out. So your requests can't even go out to the universe. Your magnetic field is very, very dim when the energy is not flowing, because your magnetic field is created perpendicular to the energy flow. So if it's not flowing, your body armor is depleted. Okay, your connection to source is very minimal. All right, it's like turning off the water spout. Can't get it out the other end if it's turned off here. Okay, somebody needs to get out there and ground. If it's winter where you are, like it is here, although spring is sprung, we still have a lot of snow on the ground and it's cold. So if you have a basement, concrete floor basement, that will work. Go down and stand on that floor, sit on it if you want to, whatever, stand there for a while. It doesn't take long to get the energy going. You just need to open the floodgate again. You just need to open it up and get it flowing. Okay, and do that regularly, because your magnetic field has no power to it if the energy is not flowing through you. Okay, so all of these techniques are going to be hampered if you don't have your energy flowing through you freely, regularly. Okay, love is the silent power within all things. With love, all things are possible. So love is a silent power because through love we can reach to anyone. And it, because, give me a second. Spirit's telling me to give a twist on this somehow. Okay. Some of us feel love differently than others. Some of us have felt love from the negative end of the spectrum, and some of us have felt love from the most positive end of the spectrum. Okay? Love is an emotion, but it can be negative or positive. But it flows through every other emotion. You can inject love into every other emotion on the spectrum. Okay? And it can be felt from any end of the spectrum. It has, as with all emotions, they have different harmonics. It's a frequency. So, but love is one that can be grabbed from the lowest depths of a frequency, can 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 resonate with even the lowest ends of the frequency of love. And through that connection, through that absorption, they're able to be brought up to the highest ends of that same love. I'm not sure why Spirit told me to say that, but whatever it is, somebody maybe is right at their bottom's bottom, but there's love in there. There's love in there. And with that love, you can climb up that emotional scale. And with all things, you can find love in everything. And even if it's the lowest of low or the highest of high, there's love in it. And by holding love in your heart, you can trigger the love in any other situation. You can draw that love to the surface and make the connection to that thing through the love. Okay, that love is powerful, and it will naturally raise the vibration of whatever it is. And all things are possible through that. Okay, you can revive the lowest of the lowest person through love. You can connect and get advice to the highest of high through love. It is in all things, and through love of your own, you can connect to any end of that spectrum, and help people or learn from people. Or it love is literally the power of all things. With love, all things are possible. Everything. It doesn't matter if you can dream it, if you can think it, you can do it with love as your heart center. Regularly drink clean water to keep your electrical connections open and flowing. Okay, that goes along with the grounding. All right, let's put these two together. Perfect. If you're going down to your basement, grab a glass of water and drink, and just sit there and drink, and however long it takes you to drink that. Hang on here. However long it takes you to consciously drink that glass of water. I'm not talking guzzling it down. I'm talking to stand there for a minute, have a few sips, feel it go down your body, feel the cold go down into your stomach, and you can feel it radiating. You can feel all your cells absorbing it. Okay. Drink that glass of water down there in the basement while you're standing on the ground, or outside. If you can do it outside, that's your best bet, because then all the fresh air is also radiating around you, connecting both ends. Okay. Drink your glass of water, clean water. As you know, water conducts electricity. It is one of the best conductors of electricity, and that's why there's so much water in every single cell of our body, because we are electrical beings. All right? So drink water, ground regularly, keep that energetic flow flowing so that your magnetic field is powered by your thoughts like immediately. Everything works much better if your electrical connections are all solid and flowing well. All right? To create anything, you must match the frequency of it. So, just going to do a quick example so that you can pertain it to whatever it is that you're trying to create. Okay? So, let's say you're trying to create a coffee. You want a coffee. You can smell it, you can taste it. It's something you've had before, so you know how it feels to have it. So you can, oh, that is so yummy, that coffee, and literally feel it, absorb it, love it. Okay, you must act as if you're already drinking that coffee and literally taste it. Feel the taste of it. Feel what it that, oh, I burnt myself. I shouldn't have done it so quickly. Whatever your natural drinking a coffee is, you have to feel it. And you will create it. It will come to you. If it's something new, you have to match how you think you will feel in the having of it. If it's something you've never had or created before, which is wonderful because that means you're expanding, and that's what we're here to do, to expand and experience everything. So reach for how you think you would feel if that whatever it is has already happened, has already been created, has already manifested. Okay? How would you feel? Usually you'll feel happy and grateful, because that's usually why we create something, because in the creating of it we think that we will be happy. So grab happiness. Grab something else in your thoughts that also makes you feel happy or grateful, and get to that feeling. Feel it all over again. When you turn your vibration to the vibration of whatever it is you're trying to match, then everything on that vibration will light up, will be available to you. You'll open the door to everything on that vibration, including what it is you're trying to create and everything else like it. Probably even more better ideas and everything. You'll create that and find even better ways to make it even better as you're creating it, because you're in the flow of that frequency of that creation. Okay? Appreciate the good stuff, and more good comes. All right. It's gratitude, the attitude of gratitude. Okay? It is one of the fastest ways to change your vibration from a low state to a high state. Okay? Appreciation and gratitude. Um, Love is the most powerful, but love also connects to low vibe stuff, because some people think relate to love and have felt lots of pain through it. So although love is the most powerful, it is not necessarily the highest vibration, whereas appreciation and gratitude have less resistance attached to them. Um, it's rare you see somebody appreciating the low stuff unless they understand the law of attraction, and then they know they need to appreciate the low vibe stuff as recognizing what you don't want makes you want, realize what you do want. But in general, gratitude and appreciation are usually put out to things that you love and things that you want more of and you're happy to have. And so it has less restrictions or resistance to the energy. It allows you to go to those vibrations a little easier. Okay, so appreciate the good stuff. Appreciate The trick is also to appreciate even the bad stuff, because in the knowing of what you know what the good stuff is. So appreciate everything. But when you really add gratitude and appreciation to the good stuff, more good stuff comes to you, because you're in that vibration of gratitude. Then more things to be grateful for just show up. All right. Okay, so there was a collective. It's been a minute. I know. I've been busy. So we did that. Let's do a manifestation card quickly. And hang on here. I'm learning new ways to shuffle these things because they're so big. It seems to work. But I don't know. I have to figure out something else about this. But whatever. We will get the message across. So let's cut the deck. Live your dreams on the inside first. Yes. Okay. So set it in your mind and feel it in your heart until it feels completely real to you. And then it will manifest in your life. Exactly what we were just talking about. Okay. Feel it in your heart until it feels completely real. If you're trying to manifest a car, what color is it? Walk along beside it. Rub your hand over the body lines of it. Open the door. Sit in it. Smell the leather seats or cloth or whatever it is you're wanting. Wrap your hands around the steering wheel. Turn the key. Hear the motor roar. Like, close your eyes and on the inside, experience it. Don't just think about it. You got to feel about it. You have to literally experience it in your mind. Okay? And that will put the magnetic field out of that experience. And what you attract back to you will probably be even better, because on its way back to you, it collects a bunch of other experiences that are similar in feeling. So you'll not only manifest what you're trying to manifest, but a whole bunch of other great things will come along with it. Okay? So dream it on the inside first. Walk through the having of that experience, whatever it is, and you will bring it to you quicker. All right. Have a wonderful, blessed day. We'll see you again on the next collective. And comment if you have questions or any techniques or something you're wanting a special technique for. I do read my comments. Feel free to add questions or whatever in there. And look forward also to, where is that book? Okay, next week, so after the full moon in March, today is currently the 13th of March, full moon. We're right in the middle of this full moon cycle that's happening. But next week, I will be doing the magic, okay? I'm going to be doing the 28 days. This is, as you can see, this book has been through a lot. It has helped me a lot in my days. But it is 28 days of magic, and that's what I've called it. So look for it on my page. Like and subscribe, hit the bell so that you know when this comes up. But next week I'm starting. I'm going to do each day, okay, as a video, so that every day you can get that video and implement that next strategic step that you can try, okay? So look for that, and thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. If you're new, I hope you found something here that's useful, and I'm sure if you check out any of my other videos, there might be some kind of little snippet that you might be able to implement into your life and create the life of your dreams. That's the whole idea. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.